I was staring out of the airplane window, trying not to cry. The city below me was getting smaller and smaller, until it was nothing but tiny lights and blurry shapes. That city was my whole life. My school, my friends, my room, my memories, and John. I swallowed hard, feeling my throat tighten. I had finally gotten everything I wanted, and now it was all being taken away. My mom kept tapping my shoulder, trying to get me to look at her. I didn't. I already knew what she was going to say. She was going to tell me I was being dramatic, that I should be grateful, that moving from New York to London was a great opportunity. But none of that mattered. I didn't want a new opportunity. I wanted my old life back. I felt angry. I felt sad. Mostly, I felt invisible. When we finally arrived, my mom took me straight to our new house. Calling it a house didn't feel right. It was huge, dark, and old, the kind of place that felt like it was watching you. The walls were covered in ancient paintings, the ceilings were impossibly tall, and a massive staircase curved upward like it led to somewhere forbidden. My mom tried to sound cheerful, but even she seemed a little uneasy. I didn't want a bedroom, I wanted space. So I chose the attic. It was dusty, cold, and quiet. Perfect. If I had to be miserable, I was going to commit to it fully. That night, I woke up suddenly. I heard something moving, something small and fast. I froze, my heart racing. Then something brushed against my arm. I jumped out of bed and the floorboard beneath me cracked loudly. I fell forward and landed hard. When I looked down, I saw a hidden compartment beneath the broken board. Inside were old diaries. They looked like they had been untouched for decades. My hands trembled as I picked one up. On the first page was a name written in elegant ink. Evelyn. I didn't know why, but I felt drawn to it. I sat down and started reading. Evelyn was a princess. She lived in a time of castles and kingdoms, of duty and expectations. Everyone thought she was lucky. Everyone thought her life was perfect. But from the very first page, I could tell she was deeply unhappy. Her father wanted her to marry a nobleman named Tristan. He was rich, powerful, respected, and adored by everyone at court. People told Evelyn she should be grateful. They told her she was blessed. But inside, she felt sick, not because Tristan was cruel or unkind. He was the opposite. He was polite, gentle, and endlessly agreeable. And that was exactly the problem. He never challenged her, never questioned her, never pushed back when she said something ridiculous. He agreed with everything. He smiled at everything. And slowly, she felt herself disappearing. The only person who didn't treat her like fragile glass was Leopold, the captain of the palace guard. He was sarcastic, sharp, and irritating. He argued with her. He teased her. He refused to flatter her. She told herself she hated him, but she wrote about him far too often for that to be true. Evelyn wanted to feel something, anything. Love, anger, excitement, fear. Instead, she felt trapped. Like her life was already decided, and she had no say in it. One day, out of frustration, she joked that she wished for a love potion, something that would make her fall in love with Tristan so she could stop feeling miserable. Her maid Rosie took her seriously. Rosie found a strange traveler and bought a potion. One sip, and the first person you see becomes the love of your life. Evelyn never meant to use it. She wasn't sure she believed in it. She put the vial in her bag and forgot about it. Then she lost it. She searched everywhere. Her room, the stables, the palace grounds. The potion was gone. She prayed that no one would ever drink it. But someone did. Leopold found the vial in the stables. Curious and careless, he drank it without thinking. And when he opened his eyes, the first person he saw was Evelyn. Everything changed. Suddenly, Leopold couldn't act normal around her. He avoided her. When he couldn't avoid her, he panicked. He felt sick, restless, overwhelmed. He didn't understand what was happening to him. He thought he was losing his mind. Evelyn realized the truth too late. The potion hadn't created feelings. It had revealed them. It magnified what was already there. Before she could fix her mistake, disaster struck. A powerful artifact called the Celestial Crest was stolen from the royal treasury. Tristan was accused of treason. Leopold was arrested. The kingdom was on the edge of chaos. Evelyn refused to believe Tristan was guilty. She knew him too well, so she made a choice. She ran away with Leopold to find the truth. Their journey was dangerous. They were chased by bandits. They barely escaped a wild bear. They crossed broken bridges and slept in caves. For the first time, Evelyn was far from the palace, far from expectations, far from safety. And for the first time, she felt alive. On the road, they talked, really talked, about fear, about loneliness, about duty. Leopold told her how hard it was to love someone he could never have. Evelyn admitted how empty her perfect life felt. Slowly, the walls between them cracked. Then they discovered the truth. The celestial crest had been stolen by Leopold's own brother. Tristan had never betrayed the kingdom. He had moved the crest to protect it and had been hunting the real threat all along. During the final confrontation, Leopold was badly injured. Evelyn thought she might lose him. The fear she felt was deeper than anything she had ever known. When they returned safely, Rosie brought the antidote to the love potion. Evelyn insisted Leopold take it. She believed it was the right thing to do. She believed it would fix everything. Leopold drank it. And just like that, the intensity faded. He became distant again, careful, guarded. It broke Evelyn's heart in a way she hadn't expected. She realized too late that she had fallen in love with him. Not because of magic, but because of who he was. That night, she learned the truth. Leopold had loved her long before the potion. The magic only removed his ability to hide it. He pushed her away because he believed it was impossible. She was a princess. He was a guard. And Tristan was his best friend. Tristan, however, had seen everything. He knew Evelyn didn't love him the way she should. And instead of forcing a marriage built on duty, he chose to let her go. He believed that love should be freely given, not demanded. The engagement was called off. The kingdom survived. And Evelyn finally chose for herself. She ran to Leopold before he could leave. This time, there was no magic, no potion, no spell, only choice. And when they kissed, it felt real, honest, earned. I closed the diary with shaking hands. My chest felt warm. Evelyn wasn't just a princess from the past. She was a girl who learned the hardest lesson of all. Love isn't about perfection or safety or approval. It's about truth and courage and choosing someone even when it's terrifying. I went downstairs and found my mom in the kitchen, smiling like nothing had ever been wrong. For the first time since the move, I smiled back. London didn't feel like the end of my life anymore. It felt like the beginning. And maybe heartbreak wasn't something to fear. Maybe it was how you learn who you really are.